Good morning, rise and shine. Let's go, everybody. It's time to rock and roll, for this is the day that the Lord has made. And what we choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Hope you guys are up, moving, and grooving. Hope you have gotten your prayer time in, your workout time in. Some of you may be at your office or at your business or what have you. But listen, I wanted to greet you on this morning. Good morning. And today we want to share with you just for the few moments on the topic of I am not built to break. How many of you? I am not built to break. Over in James, you'll find count it all joy when you fall into divers of various temptations. Because at one time, in my younger days, walking as a believer, I thought when trials came, that was a way of God punishing me. But as I grew in the word and became a student of the word, I come to find out trials are not there to punish us. Trials are there to perfect us. So we have to understand that we're not built to break. And greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. And you can overcome more than you think, because the greater one resides on the inside of each of us. So as believers, as we get into the word, we realize, okay, God, this trial is not here to punish me. It's here to perfect me. What do I need to learn from it? So there's things we learn from particular trials and situation. But at the same time, I looked over in Malachi, and I think it's Malachi around 3. Is it Malachi? Let me see. Malachi, let me find this for you guys so you can be able to look it up. I think it's Malachi 2. Malachi 2 and 3. It talks about the refiner's fire. Let me see. The refiner's fire. Is it 2, 3? Yeah, over in Malachi 3, 3 and 4. As a matter of fact, 2 and 3. I get it right. It talks about the refiner's fire. It's talking about the goldsmith and the silversmith. And as I was studying this, I came up upon this story. And this story was so powerful, I wanted to share it with you guys on this morning. So this story has to do about this particular lady who was sitting in Bible study. And she came across this passage of scripture talking about the refiner's fire. And she really wanted to do a in-depth research on the refiner and his responsibility. What did he do? How did this process work? So after Bible study, she went to visit a silversmith. Curious, the woman arranged a visit to a particular silversmith to watch him work. Without explaining that her questions came from scripture, she went to watch the silversmith take the silver through the purification process, but she never shared with him, I'm here because I want to get a better understanding of the scripture. She saw him, check this out, she saw him place a piece of silver directly into the hottest part of the fire, explaining that the metal must stay where the flames are most intense so that every impurity can be burned away. Sound like the purification process, it's the perfecting process. And a lot of times, some of the trials and tribulations and the storms of life or the fiery furnaces of life seem to be quite intense, but there is a purpose for it. Check this out. So he explained to her, I placed the silver in the most intense part of the fire, or the hottest part of the fire, to burn away the impurities. The heat looked fierce, the woman replied, and she thought of how painful hot seasons of life can feel, wondering whether God might ever leave someone too long in such fire. The refiners, careful watching as they talked, she asked, check this out, whether the silversmith had to stay by the fire the whole time that the silver was being refined. His response was this, that he must sit and watch the metal constantly. Just like God, he sits and watches us constantly while we are going through what we're going through. So the silversmith say he watches it constantly, never taking his eyes off it, because if the silver, don't miss this part, remains in the fire even a moment too long, it will be damaged rather than purified. It will be damaged rather than purified. And I tell you, the trials didn't come to punish you. It came to perfect you. So check this out. The lady hearing this, she suddenly understood the comfort in Malachi's words. God is not distant when people walk through trials, but watches closely, ensuring they are not tested beyond what they can bear. Isn't that powerful right there? God knows exactly what you're going through and know exactly how much you can handle. Check this out. Before leaving, the woman had one last question. Don't miss this. She asked the silversmith, how do you know when the silver has been fully refined? The silversmith smiled and replied, that's easy. Look at your neighbor, say, that's easy. When I can see my own image in it. My. When I can see my image in it. So with this telling me, whatever you're going through, God is constantly watching you. Matter of fact, he's approved whatever you are going through. And he's constantly watching you so you will be purified and not damaged. And how you know the process is over. What the silversmith said, I can see my image in it. When God can see himself in you, the refining process is over. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not built to break. The trials are not here to punish you. It's here to perfect you. And remember, this is your day. Be blessed. Love you. See you soon.